Timbs, yeah, it's crazy.
Man,
You're an insult to your people.
We're not there.
Oh my God.
We're not there.
Nah.
It's coming soon. It's coming.
Y'all
soon
up North boys break out the Timbs.
I actually got to get some new pairs. I
haven't had Timbs in a minute, man.
I'm buying a pair this year. I'm gonna rock a pair of construction boots. The Butters.
Yo.
I'm gonna signal you. You know what to do.
All right, boss man. What is happening, ladies and gents? Welcome to another great episode of In Your City here on WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA. Look, what's so funny, Ciroc? What is so funny?
He LL Cool J hella hard before he
Shout out to LL.
Turn up your radios at the beginning of this so you hear him say
Bro, it's the winter. It's the winter right now. My lips a little dry. It's the winter. My lips get dry. Y'all
I'm sorry. What's going on?
Man, not much. Look, you joining with your favorite crew here. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. With me always is my fam. I got my brother here, comedian Ciroc Fox.
Hey.
Got my sis here, hustle queen herself, Miss Michelle Young. Hey. And shout out to our amazing producer, Mr. Cam Godley.
Yo.
All right. Family, how's everybody feeling today?
I'm upset that people are stressing out our girl over here. And I know, right? want to do some gangster stuff.
I know, right?
You know, I'm being nice until I'm called upon.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you because, you know, Michelle came in here stressed. It's like, look, listen. I'm like, this is going to be a good show. This is going to be good.
And you know, the men on us, men, we always solution based. So we just want to be like, let's fix the problem.
Right
exactly.
But let's not she's a boss. You a boss on your own right. So you can solve your own problems. And just to know that we are one of your problem solvers.
Man,
there you go.
I'm telling y'all right now, when I came in, I just felt the love and support. And I felt my anxiety literally come all the way down. So now I can just.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Decided to wear jeans today in solidarity of. So maybe that's the vibe you feeling like.
we knew something was up, right? We said that is hilarious.
We need to wear our jeans to our man jeans.
Man jeans.
Man, look, I gotta open up with the comments. So recently, on social media, former NBA star Joe Smith, right? Joe Smith actually, has some ties in the Hampton Roads area. His wife, he found out that his wife has an OnlyFans page. Now, for those who are not familiar with OnlyFans is like a subscription base where I'm not gonna lie, people like to get a little nasty on. They make money on it, and you have some people that just you have chefs and comedians have everybody, but most.
I'm familiar with OnlyFans.
All right, I bet you are, Rod.
I am a platinum member.
Yes,
in VIP performance.
Man, check this out. So Joe Smith first of all, his wife is recording. That's why he's in the corner, like, man, I can't believe this. I just told my husband that I had an OnlyFans. Now, I don't know. I'm just guessing her age. She might be pushing 50. Joe Smith, as we know, he played 16 years in the NBA for 12 different squads. Now, the sad thing is his career wasn't like one of the main things why people know of Joe Smith. Joe Smith had financial difficulties after he retired from the NBA, real bad. I mean, he made over $80 million in his career and pretty much lost the majority of it. So it is really sad to see him in this predicament. So the first question I'll bring is, how would you react? How would you feel if your spouse told you, hey, look, I have an OnlyFans, or you found out it in a different way? You never knew about it. First question. Second question would be, how would you feel if you knew that your spouse was making, having an income that you never knew about or ever heard about?
I gotta go last, so you gotta go first because I got my interesting view, so I'm gonna hold mine in a holster.
So what's funny is I was in a relationship with a guy who I did find out 2 months into it that he did have an OnlyFans and was, making money off this OnlyFans as an individual. Caveat that. And to be honest with you, I kind of was sympathetic because of the financial aspect. I was like, well, trying to make money. It is what it is. I just feel like people need to be honest. Like, that's why I love the polyamory lifestyle, because you can be honest. You don't have you don't have to lie about stuff like that.
Keep it about.
Like, baby, I'm just gonna let you now. I'm about to get a little
nasty.
Yeah, I'm
a little nasty sometimes.
Are we gonna soundbite? We need to soundbite that.
At this point,
we about to pay that mortgage and buy some groceries. But like, just being able to be unapologetically honest. Like, I just feel like there's a problem in the relationship if you can't even be honest about
Yeah.
that to begin with. But then, I watched the video. Of course, he was real mad. He was
Real mad.
I mean,
brother
he
was
pissed. He was pissed.
brother was breaking down.
And now you said now 2 months into the relationship, or was it a guy you were with for
It
quite?
was 2 months into the relationship, and I was shocked. But like I said, I took in consideration, the financial situation, and also you don't want to trust everybody early into a relationship. You got to see if you can trust that person to share something like that with them.
2
So
months
I
still
took that in
fresh.
consideration.
That's what I'm saying. 2 months
I
is
don't
so
even know
fresh.
your middle name by 2 months.
Yeah, so-
There's no way I'm gonna learn your middle name by 2 months.
That's
Yeah.
funny. What you think? What you think about
So I heard the story from a different aspect. I
Mhm.
heard the story from Keisha Chavez's point of view,
it? Okay.
and that is the
That
porn
is-
star who just so happens to be married to a guy named Joe Smith. I didn't know Joe Smith existed. I thought it was a fake person who she made up. That I've been following this porn star's account for a while now.
He does have a
And
very
every now and
generic
again, she
name.
mentions her husband being all sad and in turmoil over her sexy account and da 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 da. And I mean, man, whoever this Joe Smith guy is, life probably sucks. Just to find out that Joe Smith is real, I thought she made it all up, bro. I thought she made it all up.
But you know what though? Okay, so I'm gonna play, on both sides, right? So his wife has said, look, for one, I do this solo, and I've come up to you many a times on solutions of making bread, and I, have created my own solution. He's upset, saying, but you didn't have to do that. You don't have to. So of course, and as a husband, he's like, no, I feel betrayed. I should have known about this. Now, that's why I'm to side on his side. Honesty is everything. You gotta be trustworthy in the relationship to keep a form of income away, like secret from me or something. And that's a little suspect in my opinion. I think you should always have your individual accounts, but know that hey, we have one joint and we have our other accounts. Know about this stuff. But
listen, I'm all for communication. I'm all for that, but I'm also like big on taking your woman out of survival mode. And granted, the way that she came out is mad wild. Cause I downloaded it, but the way it happened is crazy. But at the end of the day, he lost millions upon millions of dollars. Now you're asking a woman who's in survival mode, used to this luxury life, to inform a guy who lost millions of a couple thousand that she's bringing in. She's bringing in a healthy amount of money. She's now trying to catch up on whatever money the lifestyle that they're used to.
True.
Granted, I get it. This is super messed up. I'd rather her be, I don't know. I'd rather her be flipping burgers or something. I don't know. But
hold on, wait a minute. What if it was like scripted to take her OnlyFans?
It is.
To like the
See,
next
that's what
level?
Cam
and that's what it looks like.
And then next thing you know,
exactly-
they're bringing in millions of dollars a year.
Oh, that's exactly.
When you look at her point of view, it
Unbelievable.
looks mad scripted.
But let's say it's that Joe Smith's heart is broken.
Let's say it's not. Let's say it's not.
Something's weird.
How much can he complain? I mean, if they really about to lose everything,
right.
Oh.
But I think that it's a pride thing. Like, of course, he probably doesn't have the funds like he did when he was in the league. He is working and doing great thing, coaching at a certain league right now and stuff. So he is still, he's doing. So
he's
great.
not poor.
He's not poor, but I still think just by knowing his story and now this comes up, it really hurts the brand because to him, he's like, look, I'm just now getting back on my feet. I'm doing what I love, yada, yada, yada. And then he finds out his wife has, what? You don't have to do that. But again, to side with her, if she came up to him many times on ways to make money, I mean, can you really be mad? But I understand
we're going to bring that one back up in the podcast.
We have to.
Yeah,
Look,
I got to weigh in a little more.
We got to move on to our favorite segment. So, Rock, what you think?
Hey.
It's time for Ciroc.
Oh, righty, bang, bang, and all that classy stuff that I used to say back in our earlier days. All right, I gotta address some ignorance in the room. So, 2 out of the 4 people that's involved in the studio broadcast part of the show are poly practicing people.
Polynomial?
Non-monogamous folks, right? Now, I openly talk about it. I openly talk about it in my book. I openly talk about it on stage. It's something I'm not ashamed of, but I keep most of the details to myself for a good reason, because I wanted to thrive. I wanted to bloom safely, under no scrutiny, under no eyeballs. I wanted to grow perfectly the way I wanted to grow. And then we pop out and show love and everything. But for the most part, we keep details under wraps. Might hear a good joke. That's about it. I got an interesting question though the other day, and I feel like let's take it back to the old Ciroc Fox What You Think days, or we'll read the letter. And it goes simple like this. It's from a guy who I don't like too much, but you know what? No, I don't like the guy. I really don't like him. Like normally I'd be like, oh, just play around, but honestly, we don't get along.
I hope he's watching.
I hope he's tuning in right now. I hope he's tuning in right now.
Yeah. And he'll perfectly understand. He'll be like, yeah, I see it. And the letter is simple. The DM is simple. Hey, Ciroc, listen, man, I know that you're a polyamorous professional, and I want to know, how do I get into the lifestyle? How do I start to become poly? How do I become poly? And that question in its own is based on a little bit of ignorance, because like I said earlier, off camera, off, radio, saying that I want to be poly is the same as saying I want to be a driver.
Yeah.
Well, what type of driver? Do you want to be a race car driver, a bus driver? What a rocket driver? What type of driver? A golf driver? What? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just, there's so many subclasses of poly that you don't, know about or understand, that you should really, really do your research when it comes to, non-monogamous relationships. For example, I am polyamorous. I'm a polyamorous practicing person. Meaning that it's me, my wife, and a third woman, and we are in a secluded, closed door relationship, and we're creating the rules and everything like that. I am not, by no means, a professional polyamorous advice person. I am a student in non-monogamy, and I am learning and making mistakes every day. You do not understand how much I bump my head. These rules that we create comes from my head getting bumped. That's how it works. I make a mistake. I say, ooh, don't do that again. And then it becomes a rule. Yeah. That's how it works. I'm not a professional. And you need to, but I do got advices. I do got advice for like in the beginning. One, learn if you want to be a non-monogamous person internally. If you want to be that type of person, you're going to find out that you don't. You're going to find out that you love monogamy way more than you understood when you start to understand what non-monogamous really and truly means. Granted, you create your own rules to this game, but once you open that door, especially if you already have a partner, you have to accept the results of what happens. Right. Because if you open that door for your partner and she turns out to be a little bit more wild than you, it's too late to reel her back in. She's already experienced the level of sexual pleasure, of love, of unity that she never even have heard of if it wasn't for you opening that door. So really, really, really think, are you a non-monogamous person? And if you are monogamy, by all means, love it. Stay in your damn lane and stay away from us. Because there's too many people who be lying to themselves.
That is hilarious. I think it's difficult too for just people in marriage in general. Like, it's like, okay, you ready for this? Something that, because I feel though a lot of people can be pushed and forced into marriage. Yeah. Whether it's by friends, families, or just, setting up a blind date. Oh, you guys are perfect. Let's make this work out of here. And like one of them will want to see it work. The other one's like, I don't want to be the one that like reject.
I don't want to be the one to end it because all my friends hate it. Now add another personality to that. Yeah. Makes it far more difficult. So if you are a monogamous person, stay in your lane. Now, the number 2 advice that I can give you is learn the type of poly that you want to be. There's so many subclasses, like I mentioned before. There's girl, guy. There's girl, guy. There is a lot. There is a lot. How willing do you want your relationship to be open or closed, or how many people do you want in your circle? These are questions that you have to ask, because as soon as you put your stake in the grass and your partner puts their stake somewhere further or shorter than you, you have to come to the realization that, is this something I'm willing to end my relationship off of? Now, if you single and you starting this life, is real easy to start. All you got to do is be honest from this
Yeah.
point forward with everybody you date. I am a non-monogamous person, and this is the type of lifestyle I want to live.
Yeah.
I want 2 women in my life, or I want a woman and a guy in my life to love forever, or I want a whole polygon of people. No, I want a whole troop of folks who's in my circle who I trust and love and blah, blah, blah. There's so many different rules that you have to do your research before you just jump into it.
Mm.
Please, 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 just don't automatically just start picking up girls with your girlfriend waiting at home.
Please, Lord.
Baby, it don't work.
I think you really touched on the most important part, with obviously being polyamorous myself and very new to it, which, by the way, I did ask Ciroc for advice.
I think I gave
And
you
it was
good
good
ones. I gave you good advice.
It was good
very
advice.
good.
I did ask him,
Yeah.
but
But
I do agree that the most important is before I even, got into lifestyle, I had to ask myself, am I okay with anybody I love and I'm going to be with? Am I okay with them operating in the same ways that I'm operating?
Yeah.
And if I'm not okay with that, then I shouldn't even get involved in it. But it doesn't take away from the challenges and the mistakes, like what you talk about. There's going to be mistakes, and it is a lot of challenges within yourself, because we're so programmed to be monogamous and to not want that person to be with somebody else. But you maybe, you love other people, but it's like that uncomfortable aspect of them, loving somebody else.
Right.
But I agree, like the most important is to ask yourself the hard questions absolutely first before you even bring anybody into it.
Yeah. And so we'll close up because I want time for yours. Go ahead.
One more thing to say. Speaking as the only saint in this group.
Oh my.
Cam, you know what I got out of this? Ciroc, what you think, Cam? You know what I got out of this?
What you got, man?
A lot of people just like to get a little nasty. Sometimes that's all. Continue.
Anyway, using myself as an example once again, y'all, if you are listening out there, I need to beg you to pay attention when I say this. I am not a professional in non-monogamy schooling. I am a student. I'm a sophomore in the game. I'm not even a junior, not even an upperclassman. I am walking the halls learning just like you. But I know enough to know that I know nothing. And everything is new. And I have to look at every new aspect of our relationship with open and earnest, honest eyes. And you have to do the same. Now, tell your partner the truth of how you feel and listen to what they say back. Look, me and my wife, she wants to love whoever comes in our relationship just as much as me. And I want her to love whoever comes in our relationship just as much as me. And I want to love that person just as much as I love my wife. That's the type of structure we've asked for. Yeah. Every polyamorous relationship is not like this. Every non-monogamous relationship is not like that. They all make their own individual rules. These labels just help you kind of decipher between what's available. So, like I always say, communicate, talk, and be honest with yourself before you bring it to your partner. Otherwise, you're going to cause a world of chaos. And that's Bob Ciroc. What you think? I think I did that fast enough, right? Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, Whoa, my gosh.
All right, everybody. Well, up till now, our conversations we had have pretty much walked us into what I wanted to talk about today. Because you're right. When I came into the building today, this topic was fresh on my mind because, this past week, I have dealt with, a lot of passive aggressive behaviors personally and also in business. And, of course, we are going to deal with passive aggressive people throughout our whole lives in all capacities, but it's how you deal with the person. Because from my perspective, you got one or two options. You could be petty Betty and you could go ahead and play a little chess game with this person and try to have mind games to try to outsmart them when somebody's being passive aggressive.
That takes a lot of energy.
You could just
I'm about to say waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. It'll waste, minutes, hours, days, or be just straight direct to the point. So my question to you all is how do you deal with passive aggressive behavior in a relationship versus, and that can be family, like an intimate relationship versus in business?
That's tough. You want to answer that one?
I got you. I got you.
I'm about to
I like to do a little thing called step to your face. It's a beautiful tactic of intelligence that my great grandmother, dear Lillian Fox, she taught me. And it's as soon as someone starts to play with you, you let them know. Don't do that. Yes. The wise woman back in the
Shout out to the grandmas. Shout out to the grandmas because they always provide that information.
Yeah,
right?
those. Anytime that I'm confused, I have a question. I don't mind being the dumb one in the room, and I often am because of the people I'm around. I'm not the smartest person in the room to begin with. So if someone is trying to play some little mind game with me and passive aggressively try to play me in front of a group of people or in private, I'm like, oh no, I don't understand. I got questions. Break this down for me, so to my level, so I know if are you insulting me or are you really trying to put me on game? Are you trying to play me or you just want to get hurt? Like, let me know, because there's a small percentage of me that's still gangster.
It's so funny you say that, Ciroc, because like me, like growing up, being a private school kid, I was the same way. Like I had a different, like I was learning differently compared to my classmates, right? So I would always ask a lot of questions. And you have your classmates like making jokes and stuff, and I'm like, yeah. But now, like the older I get, I mean, not trying to brag, but I'm doing quite better than they are currently. So I'm just saying, not saying that I'm holding grudges, but
no,
hey,
you are.
Never.
Literally,
He
what
basically
you
Never.
said, I won.
Never. But what I'm saying is, like, it helped me be that person where, look, I was friends with everybody. Of course, you had the popular kids, you had the kids that were people thought wasn't cool. I was friends with everybody because at the end of the day, I'm not better than you. There should be no such thing as, okay, my life is better than you. Because I get better grades, I'm better than you. Because I dress better, I'm better than you. Look, we all human. So why even put yourself in that position?
The look.
I think I'm better than a lot. I do. I work hardest.
But is the
I said, come on, man, don't get me for that. Don't find me, baby. Come on, you know I didn't say the word.
So rock your man.
All I'm saying is you work a lot harder than a lot of people, and your life turned out a lot better than a lot of these people who played in your face.
Yep.
But you know what? For me, I'm an advocate of killing with kindness. Like, I mean, humbleness can go. Killing
with kindness or killing with drip. Either way, they dead, honey. Either way,
you're right.
Either way, they are not alive.
You're right. But but what Soraka said earlier, man, I mean, I agree 100%. Like, the fact of the matter is, don't hold what you gotta say. Let me know. Okay, were you just insulting me? If not, we can speak, quietly or separately, on the side about that. Because it's like we got nip that in the bud.
Yeah. What you think, Cam?
Oh, I'm with you. What y'all was saying. I agree. Actually, specifically with what Ciroc said in, like, not necessarily confrontation, but if you're like clearly have an issue and you're beating around the bush with it, then I'm gonna be like, hey, well, what's going on? Like,
what's the deal? Yeah.
We need to talk. We good?
Because the earlier the better.
Absolutely.
The earlier the better.
Yeah,
as soon as you let that cook, it's gonna blow.
And it's hard.
Because now at that point, now I'm getting angry because you're, like you said, playing in my face.
That's right.
Talk to me or move on.
And see, it occurs a lot, I feel like, in business because say you go into different networking events trying to build relationships. I've been to events where it's like, okay, you have mom and pop, very, grassroots companies, and you have the corporate companies. You see a slight adjustment in the attitude compared to like, hey, I own such and such, or I run so, that's not give you maybe 2 seconds, but they'll talk so much for somebody, positions, do matter and things like that. Relationships, I've never really dealt with that. I wouldn't know. That would be hard in like a relationship.
In relationship, I've only seen it. I can't say who I've seen it in, but I have seen it before, and it caused so much chaos between me and my wife because we were so confused about it. We saw that passive aggressiveness, and me and my lady we're like so direct, and we've been together for so long that when that type of chaos got thrown in the mix, we kind of like froze. We never seen it before. We were like, wait, why?
That's hard.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's literally the last place you should be passive.
Yeah, so I don't see it in our. We do not see it in our relationship, and when it does happen, like even around us, we get so like short circuited. That we either choose to leave completely, like get completely out the situation, or I don't know, because it never happens. So
Have y'all like seen it like happen, like say just randomly, like say you at a restaurant and you see like a couple and it's like, ooh, I feel like I want to say something. It's like, was like that. What would you do in a sense like this? What would you do? How would you react? Have y'all seen that in public?
Man, when I'm in public, I try to stay out of people's business with the full most, unless it's like, unless I see some, I'm gonna be honest, unless I see some racist stuff or something like that, that's the only time I'm gonna be like, all right, you're done, Karen. You know what I mean? But outside of that, I try to stay out of people's business. Or if I saw like a woman or a man like beating up on each other or something like that, then that's a different situation. But yeah, I mean, I would probably stay out of people's business, but I know what it's like. Unfortunately, I feel like I've been in a lot of passive aggressive relationships, and it leaves you
that form of
constantly
manipulation
feeling unsettled. Like you never know, like if this is a bad mood because that person's mad or upset. You just don't know. So you're just sitting here constantly guessing like what to do and how to move. But just one of the things. Sometimes you just wish people would just cuss. I'd rather somebody just cuss me out, cuss me fully out, get it over with, so we can move on. Get the argument out and move on, rather than have days and days of just silence.
A perfect way to end that, man. A perfect way just to end the show. Thank you so much for continuing to tune in every Sundays at 12 p.m. here on WNSB Hot 91 in Soli, VA, in your city, y'all. So look, we about to go into the pod, but look, tune in every Sundays. Also online, WNSB.org, and download the app. It's free. WNSB app in your city. We out.
Go.
All right, we in the podcast. Let me tell you, Cam was crunching on them chips when we were. Look, I heard that back.
I moved my mic when I
okay.
Come on, bro.
I'm sorry. I heard it. I'm just man.
Come on, bro.
all right, look, hold on. So I had an interesting thing real quick. We gonna go our round table. Last night I went to the club, right? And I'm not gonna say the name of the club because this club isn't that known, and I like it like that because I don't want it to get that popular. Anyway, me and my lady, we showed up, and it was packed. It was jumping, man. The vibe was never like this when we walk in. It was pretty cool, and it was like 9:30. It wasn't even that late yet, and it was still packed. Pretty dope. The only problem is all the sections was took, and no seating in the middle, no seating at the bar, and I know for a fact that the people who they let in didn't pay. See, this place is normally free to attend, and you can get a VIP section without paying it too. Wow. But their intentions are to sell these. Like one day they're going to start selling these for sections.
Right.
And so, of course, me being me, and I really want to eat. My lady, this is a romantic night. Me and my lady, this is date night for us. So I pay for a section. And I tell the lady, I'm like, look, I know y'all intended to sell these sections. That's how y'all supposed to do it anyway. And I know these motherfuckers didn't pay.
Yeah.
Tell me how much a bottle is. Take my card. Once it's approved, I'm going to sign. And you tell somebody to move. Easy day. And sure enough, that's what they did. I paid for my section. I paid for my section. And as we were waiting, there was a group of people. There was a group of kids. One girl was selling her birthday. It was like 4 girls and a guy. A little fruity guy, but And they were young. I think she was celebrating like her 26th birthday or something like that. It was some young cats. And they asked us. 26. Oh, my bad. You 40. Stop. So they asked us, because we bought the last section possible to buy. They asked us, can they sit with us in our section? It's her birthday, blah, blah, blah. I say, sure. Eventually, me and my lady don't care. We just trying to eat. Yeah. So as long as we get our bottle and our table, I don't care. They can party, do whatever they want to, stunt like they do. But they actually end up cash apping me some money. So I thought that was dope.
That was nice.
Good people.
Yeah. So the funny part about the story is that while me and my lady was debating on getting gravy on our meat or not, because we sitting there waiting for our section to get, we watched 2 security guards go over to the VIP, and these people are partying. They got the bottles. They going in. That's all you see. And the people who were like it, security guard going, get up. Like he told them to get up, and everybody, they start arguing with the manager, with the hostess. They start arguing with security. Meanwhile, me and my lady in the background looking at the menu, just like, dang,
What did we
Asparagus. We are not looking at these people. We are not. Asparagus and
Or
collard
broccoli.
greens. No, it was asparagus and collard greens.
Okay.
Yeah. I ended up getting asparagus and macaroni and cheese. But it was it was pure chaos. And I wish someone caught the picture.
That is hilarious.
Because you got we looking good. You got a group of kids dancing behind us. And then in the foreground, you got a whole mob of folks damn near about to throw bottles because they pissed off. And the hostess says to me and my lady, and so we cut through everybody. We just cut through. Excuse us. They arguing. And we sat right down in the middle of this huge section that could at least fit about 13 people. And it's just me and my girl sit down. Can we get a hookah? Yo.
I'm a little parched. You thirsty, honey? You thirsty?
It was the most. I've never felt so baller. I've never felt no. And I only spent like $275. It was the most baller thing.
It is the best. It is the best feeling having that, like, just that baller status. Saying, I'll just go through the front. No, go through the back. It's funny. One of my buddies who was actually here on the Brandon Hutchins. He was on the show a long time ago. Good friend of mine. And we were heading to another friend of ours who has a spot over on the ocean front. He has a restaurant and has an awesome food truck. And we were heading there. We left. What was it called? The Bel Air Brunch. It was over in Norfolk, and at Botanical. Man, it was a dope spot. Everybody was dressed like if it was like the Kentucky Derby. We're having a ball, drinking, eating cigars, you name it. And I was like, okay, what we doing next? So we end up, driving over the oceanfront, and we, went through the back door. We didn't have to even go through the front stuff. And just that, and so I'm like, yeah, it feels good to be a boss.
Yeah.
Now, mine, this was through, through Brandon. If I would have went there, it would be like, your ass going in the front. I'm like, oh, all right. But I was gassing in the ambiance. I was like, yes. So it was. Now, mine, I haven't had a experience like that in so long. I'm so humble.
No, wait a minute. Didn't we smoke cigars in the back of this?
Shut up.
Just wait till we're all on tour for the full package.
Oh my gosh. Yes, let's speak on the full package, man. I'm so excited for the full package. It is, it's pretty much here. And honored to have you and Nina on my podcast, the so popular Aaron to Gavin podcast. By
I heard y'all was
Fuck
crying.
that podcast.
Yeah, we were.
Why were y'all crying?
Look,
Fuck that
Arrington,
podcast.
Fuck the podcast.
Arrington
Fuck
was
that
asking-
podcast.
Fuck them kids.
Man, we ain't been on this.
Yeah. Just fuck that podcast until we on that podcast.
Y'all gonna be.
I gotta give you flowers though, because he asked a lot of deep questions, and we were, we had, what'd you say, allergies? We had our allergies.
The eyes are sweating. That's all. Just the eyes are sweating. That's all.
We had some emotional moments because this has been, months and months since February of planning, and just on top of, I already have 2 businesses. This is my 3rd business. So, just day and night out of things you love and you're passionate about. So, you touched on some subjects that, hit close to our heart last night when we were on the podcast, but I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, look, like I said, you're always welcome now. These on the other hand, I don't know. I might need to.
Fuck that podcast.
My schedule might be
That's
busy.
crazy. I knew this would happen as soon as we get a white woman on the show. I knew that he was gonna start treating us different, like we were replaceable.
That's the Arrington I know. That's the Arrington I knew was gonna pop up.
I should have seen that coming. You're right.
Mm-hmm. I should have never said the rugged thing looked like the Klondike bar.
Oh, see.
Not the Klondike bar, but the Cliff Bar.
Cliff Bar. That's what you said.
Cliff Bar.
But Klondike kind of close too a little bit.
The Klondike is all you need is a polar bear.
It is.
Is that a copyright infringement?
Shut up. See, y'all always trying to bring a brother down. Sticks and stones. Goddamn it, sticks and stones.
Now people gonna start Googling. That's good. You getting more traffic.
I don't
They
know
gonna
if
start
that's traffic.
Googling
They
you.
be like, hey, motherfucker, you done stole us. Y'all gonna come here, Arrington? Where's your place at? Well, damn it.
He said my mountain's peak in the middle. There's peak on the side.
There's side peak.
There's a more cartoony. Mine is no.
Oh wait, so what was we talking about? Your Joe Smith wife thing.
Oh God.
Alright,
So the whole OnlyFans shit.
So like I said before, I saw this story through the porn star's eyes. So I'm in the porn community. One of the girls who's been doing pretty popular, she makes it up to a high standing as far as money goes.
Mhm.
She says, "Yeah, I'm about to take a little break." Cool, no problem. She takes a little break. We find out she gets married and stuff. Like, oh, that's dope. She found a relationship. It makes sense why she stopped. And then she comes back. Not that long. It's not that long of a period. She comes back and she starts doing content again. And everybody's like, oh, you're back. Repost. You know, simple as that. Simple as that. And then we see a video of her recording her husband. And we were like, wait a minute. Joe Smith is his actual name? Like you married somebody named Joe Smith? We thought that was just the name you was telling us so we don't Google who you actually
I know,
married.
right? Sounds somebody in the history books we should know about. Man, it's Joe Smith. Sailed across the waters and he...
And then to find out that this man is famous for being the brokest NBA player.
He's up there. He's top 5.
Oh my God,
He's top 5.
bro! 80 million, and then it's like the conversation, which is we could talk about another time, but like just with athletes not holding on to their finance, not being smart about their finance, because again, 16 years, over $80 million back then. I mean, obviously now you would have, like you said earlier, okay, if I made 80 million, I better have an $80 million business, but you know, by now
at least.
So
and I'm not even saying like a hard flip. I'm not even saying a hard flip, but how do you not make a few million off a few million?
That's right.
How?
You didn't invest in another business or 10 businesses.
Your financial advisor your first conversation is going to be, okay, how do we protect your future?
Well, look, if y'all watch that show Ballers, man, I remember one of those episodes where a player was asking for a brand new contract and his, cousin was kind of like his, hey, you look over this contract, and his cousin was really taking advantage of him. And that's how it really is in real life with these athletes, man. You think your family is there for you, and it's sad to say, but sometimes they just trying to mooch off you, and they the ones that really fuck over your finances. That's just, and that's what really happened with Joe Smith. I won't, go hard on him as far as saying you made bad, just what he did. But again, too, whoever represented his finances, I mean, obviously screwed him over. Man. I mean, it sucks, and it sucks even more the fact that currently now your wife is making some monies, doing whatever she doing on OnlyFans. Apparently, she had a good career.
She had a great following, and her break didn't seem like a break at all. So that's why I'm not understanding why this husband guy, who we just found out who's real, is upset.
Little brief hiatus. My problem with it isn't the fact that she had an OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. I think in my heart of hearts, it would be a conversation with me and my significant other if that could happen.
Mm-hmm,
right? Mm-hmm. It's the fact that she just did it that bothered me. And I know, Sir Rock, we had this conversation before we started recording. And we were actually at odds here with the secret life / secret account.
Money, the secret account with at least 250,000.
So you mean she did it secretly? Is that what you meant?
She didn't tell him.
Yeah, he's more pissed about the secret aspect of it.
Yeah, she was like, she was like, you know what I came from, you know what I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine and dandy, but you stopped that.
Mm-hmm.
You consciously stopped that. And the fact that you didn't tell me that you started it back up is for a reason.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me for a reason.
Now, this is under the assumption that this isn't scripted.
Oh, by all means, I'm taking this on face value. Yeah. I absolutely believe all this.
Me too.
I'm against the script. I think this is real life.
I don't think it's real.
I don't.
Because I seen it from her content.
Yeah.
And from her content, you can't put somebody on your page without them signing the consent form. Otherwise, OnlyFans take it down.
Wait. You telling me Joe Smith is on OnlyFans?
That video is on there. Like that video is on. That video is on her Twitter and OnlyFans. That like you can't show people's faces without their consent form, and his face gets seen.
That's a fact.
Names get talked about. Face gets talked about.
OnlyFans would have pulled it right away.
Pulled it right away.
Here's some interesting shit to defend what you guys were saying as far as believing it's fake, because she did mention during the argument on while she's posting on the video, she says, "You knew what I was about when you married me and when you met me," and I'm like, So I'm like, so you knew she was, doing that stuff.
That's
so
how he met her.
We know who Chavez is. We know who Chavez is.
Yeah, I don't. I
would say that's one I'm not familiar with. I don't know. I mean, I might know about
loose labias.
All right, Michelle, what were you about to say?
I was.
Why did that sound so like just
It sounded terrible.
It sounded very terrible.
I mean, like not loose labia, like movable labia. Let's grow up. Let's grow up.
I'm trying to find no. Okay.
I think it was scripted for that reason.
Yeah.
But if it just like if it was not actually scripted, the issue I would have, which I have with every single person that you ever try to confront about anything that they've done wrong, which is if I say to a person, if I saying, hey, you did this or whatever, and I'm being direct, and the first thing the person's gonna do is, I did it because you didn't do this and that, whatever, you're not paying this.
Yeah.
I need to live my lifestyle. If it really was real, what she should have said is, you right, I probably should have said something to you. I did it for these reasons, but that's not an excuse not to be honest and say that to you. I could have just told you.
Yeah, any real
and
adult.
I'm sorry, squashed.
Any real
You know what I mean?
adult.
Like-
Any
If
real
that
adult.
was a deflection.
Yeah, any real adult would have been like, you know what, that is kind of cold what I did. I mean, even if I'm on the porn star side, like
It is.
that's really.
In all
bogus.
honesty, Joe should be like, you know what? One, I'm a little disappointed you didn't tell me, but I'm turned on and I'm happy that you're making money.
right.
So entrepreneurship, boom. That's what I'm
It
talking
sound
about.
like he need to be busting open that boy pussy to make some money. If it, what you mean? $80 million he lost.
You need to look.
Bust it open. My wife would love the fact that I say busting that boy pussy. She is going to love. I'm going to clip it and send it to her. She's going to love the fact that I said that on this show.
I still have a huge problem with the term pussy. Like,
really?
yeah, it hurts.
What?
It
It hurts. It
It's
hurts.
so fucking disgusting.
It
Yeah.
does. It really does. Sound.
Pussy is a very like.
But hey, this man is what's her name? Sexy Red. You are
Sexy
you are a
Red?
big fan of Sexy Red, who is probably the
I am a
nastiest
fan
rapper
of Sexy
right now.
Red. She don't say bussy though. Nicki Minaj said bussy in one of her songs.
But don't she say like my booty hole brown or something?
Oh yeah, booty hole brown.
That's
but
not pussy.
that's not
That's
bussy.
not, but that's nasty. That's a little nasty. I
All
don't know.
booty holes are not all booty holes, but
Or of some pigment.
I mean,
Yeah.
ask Dwight Howard.
And
that. He
y'all
probably
trying to
can
get
let
a
you know.
president on
But,
that shit. Y'all
Why you gotta
crazy.
bring me
I'm
to
sorry.
Dwight?
I'm sorry. I'm
Y'all
sorry. I'm
crazy.
sorry.
The white been chilling for the last
I'm
week.
sorry.
You've
I'm sorry.
been
I'm
flying
sorry.
under the radar.
I'm sorry. I had to.
That's
I saw
crazy.
that post that what did what's the name of that show? Cameron and
It is what it is.
Oh,
yeah,
it is,
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like I thought I was finished with the jokes until I saw that. I'm like,
Damn.
Oh, I know we can
Be-
switch. We can switch. This is a good because we talked about bussy. This is a good.
Was it-
This is
You
a good.
you talked about pussy.
What?
only you.
No,
Go
let's
ahead.
semantics.
only
So that's not how that word works, by the way.
Not at all. Not at all.
but it sounds good when you said it.
It
Though.
do
It
sound
sounds really
good.
sound like
It got me out of that. It got me out of that.
Oh,
You got a
my
point there. You got a
God.
point there.
So
Yeah.
have y'all heard of DJ Academics? DJ
Yes, yeah.
Academics?
Mhm.
Saucy Santana, DJ Academics beef. Have you ever heard of this before?
I knew it was a thing,
I'm-
but I haven't tuned into it yet.
So the reason why I'm talking about this is because it hits on a few things that we have talked about before,
Mhm.
and I'll let y'all spike on it if you hear it. And one of them is DJ Academic said something to rile up this guy named Saucy Santana. He is a gay hip hop artist. I think he's been on a few reality shows. I'm not too sure of his celebrity status, but I know he does music
Mm.
and he hangs with a few girls who I like on Instagram. So I don't actually like the post, but I do look at them.
Uh-huh.
I got a few of those. I got
Yeah,
a few of
yeah,
those.
I
yeah.
like to look at them.
I scroll though. I don't like them. Anyway, so Saucy Santana replied to DJ Academics, who
Mhm.
is a streamer, interviewer, critic type of guy, and basically said that he's gonna pull up on him, beat him up, and rape him.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Right. DJ, this Saucy Santana guy, the hip hop
People
artist,
wild,
said,
man.
"Yeah,
People
we gonna
wild.
pull up on you. We kind of catch you in the streets, and we gonna beat your ass, and I'm gonna fuck you in the ass."
Oh.
And
wow.
that's how that happened. And so,
Wow. That was
right, pretty crazy.
harsh.
I didn't think it was going that far.
Essentially, he threatened rape on this guy on
Jesus
on
Christ.
Instagram on
Yeah,
an
that's a
Instagram
terroristic
post.
threat.
Yeah,
Going
this is
to
a
jail.
terroristic. It's crazy.
Oh, jeez. That's
First of all,
Terrorist threat is crazy.
It is.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Look, DJ, forget this is a dude. This guy
Yeah,
will.
this is a guy. This is a guy.
He like,
This-
Saucy Santana is a big guy too. He's not
This
a
could
small dude.
happen.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
It
yeah,
makes
yeah.
this
He-
frightening.
yeah, no, it
But-
can.
Yeah.
So DJ Academics replied, and he cried because he cried on his response, saying that if he responded that he would be called homophobic and and he would get canceled if he said anything back to him. And so there's a few people on a few different ends of this story. One, DJ Academics is a terrorist when it comes to women. I mean, he insults women, black women, white women. I mean, he runs these women through the ground when it comes to media representation. I mean, he dogs. He is famous for this, of how bad he talks about women.
And that's the issue right there. He's famous for doing that.
Yeah, like that's
what gets him.
His name comes from how bad he talks about women. It's like Lil OD. So people like Queen Latifah even reposted something on her story saying that this is black women are the most unprotected because as soon as some guy comes to him and threatens him and whoop, everybody protects DJ Academics and says this is wrong, but when he attacks all these women, nobody jumps in.
Yeah. Woo! Wow.
This is the side that I'm on. One, Saucy Santana threatened rape.
Yeah.
Saucy. I thought Academics.
No. Saucy Santana threatened to rape.
That's wild.
DJ Academics. Whether he was just trying to bark loud or not, he publicly said, "We're gonna come up to you in the streets, beat your ass, and then fuck you in the ass, and you'll probably like it." That's what he said. That is crazy. Like, if anyone who has said this at all, they need to be punished some type of legal way.
Wow.
You threaten to rape somebody on a public platform where millions of people see, you need to get punished in some type of way. Like, that's how I feel. However, DJ Academics definitely needs his ass beat. So it's like,
but it's almost like two wrongs don't make a right in a sense. Like, and not trying. I mean, and as much as, like you said, he freaking disrespects women, he's been famous. Yeah, he should be criticized. He should really have no platform for it. But as much as I hate the guy, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? I want harm on the guy. Yeah,
to anally.
I know. I feel like he should have just said, again, you put yourself at a legal liability, so you're stupid. Sorry, but you're dumb. He should have just been like, hey, keep more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Like Queen Latifah is right, but I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, although I would kind of get like, I don't know, it kind of like upsets me a little bit the fact that she said, okay, well, yeah, he got this threat, but what about us? What about, I'm like, that's why I don't know why I'm kind of I
didn't understand the outrage too much, because every time, like, mind you, DJ Academic said something publicly really demeaning about Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu said a joke to him saying that, man, you look like Jerry.
She just said Jerry, and they were like, "Who's Jerry?"
Jerry, the little mouse. That's how she did. It was so. She was like,
"Yup, that shit was hilarious."
But why does he hate women so much?
I don't know.
What happened?
Because he can't get any problems.
What is that whole thing? Red pill. What is that shit called? There's like a certain segment of YouTube and social media in general with guys that are like, "We're not going to have this anymore." And they're like staunch against everything that it is.
Like the guy, like that he's not white. I think he might be white. He's like tan.
You talking about Tate? Last name Tate?
He's one of them.
He's one of them guys.
Andrew Tate.
The two that just got kicked off, demonetized on YouTube.
Fuck, I know exactly.
See, I don't watch their content, but I know what you're talking about.
Fresh and fit.
They're
all along the same cloth.
And they say stuff like
he passed away, but Kevin
he was different.
Kevin Samuels was different. He didn't hate women.
He didn't.
He didn't hate women. He in fact loved women. It's just that a lot of the times when he was criticized as a woman's choice, that went viral.
Exactly.
So that's why I stand up for Samuel.
Okay.
And he actually was just as saucy with dudes that came on the show too.
He was. He was just as mean, just as mean to the guys. It just those never went viral, so it made it seem like he was just picking on women.
But there's women who do the same thing, that have a platform specifically to bash men. Like, that happens on both sides of it. Like, okay, I get it. There's issues. Men have certain issues. Women have certain issues. I get it. But like taking it to the level. I
think they do it. What else to do it than for the profit? I mean, other than the profit, what else is to do it? You know that there's an audience that can't help but not look away. Like, they have to watch this conversation happen, whether they're on the like against it or with it.
Yeah.
They have to be engaged with it. You know what I mean? That stuff, you see someone say, I hate women, and you're a woman, you're going to be like, well, we hate you too.
Yeah, we don't like your ass either.
Right. And then you got people coming into that to reply to
But
that.
all that
It's
is
like
that's
It keeps it going.
increasing
But
the
you're never gonna
viewerships
have
and
a
everything.
normal relationship. If you're on
Oh,
a
no.
platform like that and you're talking about men, or you're on a platform talking about all women, you are never gonna have a normal relationship.
You either gonna have a woman that's way too dumb to catch on to all the hate you, or you're gonna have a woman who is strictly there for the money, and as soon as that's gone,
True.
like, oh yeah, this is a job.
Yeah, 'cause I sure as hell wouldn't. If I met a guy and that was his platform,
One of the guys who on the back, he
Hell
said
no.
his body count was like 400 something. He's like, yeah, well, it's 470 something. Like that's the number he threw out.
Why would you even tell people that?
Well, they did ask him. They was like, what's your body count? Because they was just figuring because he's on this show and he talks about women so bad, he doesn't get women. But he keeps a logbook. Like
That is hilarious.
Oh.
yeah, he keeps a logbook of the women he has slept with and consensual sex with, so he doesn't get sued and stuff like
But
that.
that's
whole
good.
body's in
case
that
he ever
Britney
gets
girl.
STD, he can easily just
Go
tree.
back and branch.
just go back through the tree.
That was actually pretty funny.
That was a good one. That was a good
Dead
one.
ass.
Damn. So I mean, I'm assuming Saucy's pretty much canceled now after making the
No.
statements. No.
No, believe it or not,
I can't
there's
believe
not
that.
too much outrage about it.
They have a pass.
He's gay.
A pass.
Academics is.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
Saucy Santana
Yo, why
is
you
gay.
not? What?
No, you just say
that's
he has a
wild.
pass, so I'm like,
Yeah.
He's LGBTQ.
So
I mean, I know who he
plus
is, and he sports a beard too.
protected. Like he's
Oh,
protected,
Like
that-
he
oh,
can
that-
say stuff like that,
and it not be.
Because, like, what if
If-
I said to you on social media, I'm gonna come over there, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, then I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, and that's it. It's not gonna be taken.
People
the
gonna
same
say
way.
LOL. The
Yeah,
only danger you gonna
exactly.
come across is the women. Don't do
Well,
that
let's
shit.
flip it.
Well, that's I'm about to say.
let's flip it. What if academics said it to him?
Yeah.
Arrested.
He would get he
Done.
would no doubt.
Under-
Maybe not
Done.
arrested, but he would definitely be
Done.
ended.
Because then he would be non-sympathetic to LGBT because you're
which
threatening
is a
and all that.
huge ass.
And
Yes.
it would
Yeah.
it would
And
be
then
done.
sexual assault on that, man.
Oh,
Sexual
yeah.
assault is a dude. He a straight black, unattractive male. He is going to get murdered.
Damn. So y'all say it. So okay. So Saucy, again, coming from the alphabet community, that man could almost say shit and still be protected because
yeah.
in the
He's
public
not gonna
eye,
get in
they're
trouble.
the alphabets.
He's not going to get in trouble.
Damn.
There's no way he's going to get in trouble.
Damn.
For that.
No.
I doubt that they even take the video down. And if he did, he took it down himself because his PR people did, but I doubt he get like any type of banning from the
Shit,
social
and
media
see
site
that-
that he
I agree.
And
posts
see that,
on.
and that's
I
fucked up.
agree.
Yeah, there's
because-
nothing's
damn,
going to happen.
I
Damn.
hate those rules.
Damn.
Different rules, different people. That's
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what that's
how the
that's the
world
public
works,
right
though.
now. That's the
Yeah.
public. Yeah, that's how it works. Ugh.
You got shits and giggles today?
Man, I got one shits and giggles. Well, I got a couple, but I'll name the first one. So, a teacher out in Missouri. This is like the second teacher at a Missouri public school that came out. They found out she has an OnlyFans page, and so she's on. She's
Yo,
on.
let these they don't make enough money.
That's why
Giggles.
I know.
They don't make enough money.
So yeah, so
Period.
let's talk
Period.
about it. Let's talk about it because, like you said, they do not make enough money. So, say for example, because you have kids.
I
Would
grew up in the Missouri school
Yeah.
system.
Oh,
Mm.
see, look. There you go.
The teacher's nasty.
Personal.
Go ahead,
experience.
Arrington.
So yeah, so like
Go
what?
ahead, Arrington. Go ahead, say it.
It sounds like they just like to get a little nasty sometimes. That's all. They just like to get a little nasty sometimes. But for real though, because it's like how as a parent, like how would you respond by showing like, hey, your teacher has an OnlyFans page? Like, I mean, how would y'all react?
I don't understand why it gets so much ire. Like it because they have this private life. Does that mean they can't teach your kids? Does it mean that they're irreputable? Does it mean that they're going to be a bad influence on your kids?
And how
I
did
don't
how did
think
they
so.
find out?
Because the parents are on OnlyFans too.
Thank you.
You're
that
on the
this
site.
Crystal?
Judgmental.
One of
Yeah.
these adults
Just
paid
busting it
to
open?
see
Hey,
it.
and it's the
Busting
husband
book
that been
wide
like,
open.
oh, it sure is. I don't know how he the one that found it.
He found it. He was like, baby, look at this.
Look at this.
Don't worry about how I found it.
This is little Johnny's teacher.
You had to
over
you
here.
had to give your ID to OnlyFans to set up an account.
Facts.
Look,
You have to give your ID to OnlyFans to set up an account. You have to give your credit card information. You have to get verified. You have to like respond back to them and say, yes, I'm a real person. There's a lot of steps.
But think about it though. Think about it. These kids now, they can find out anyway through social media, right? Or through, just online. So they find out, boom, they teacher got get a little nasty, right? And how many times do you always hear about teacher having a relationship with a kid? They get in trouble. I've always said like, hey, shit, if I was, eighth grade, your favorite.
So they're trying to connect basically in this case a woman
which is stupid,
having sexual freedom with being deviant.
And that's crazy because the teachers I slept with were mad conservative.
Oh my God. All right.
They were crazy conservative. Like long jean dress wearing ass motherfuckers. Here goes
Cam. He's leaving. He's out. He's taking that lap.
But that to me, that's all it is. Like, oh well, if she's on OnlyFans, she must be also trying to sleep with the students. Like, what the fuck? No.
That's how it works, because you have parents that, for one, you have the stay-at-home parents that don't have much to do but complain, but to find something wrong for what they're, because let's be honest, like, parents, certain parents, conservative parents too, they don't want their kids learning certain things, right?
Yeah.
Look with the whole book ban. Hey, this is a little graphic. This is a little this that. Hey, look, your kid chose this book.
The whole don't say gay law. The don't say gay
exactly. Law. So it's like it's going crazy right now in the school system. But I mean, to like what Cam said, man, teachers are not getting paid a lot. And it's her personal life. It's her personal business. Let her live her life. Let her do that.
So what's the outcome? Is she suspended? She's
right. Currently, right now, she's still technically like a teacher there, but she hasn't been allowed to I guess you could say suspended.
It's probably an employee handbook. That's probably all it is. It's in the employee handbook. At some point, they put something in there, to tell, them they can't do stuff like that.
There was one teacher a couple years ago that was like making content in her classroom.
Oh,
that's different.
That's where I would draw the line.
That's a little crazy.
Okay, but are the students? Is it after school? Are the students anywhere? I'm just saying, if it's like a Saturday,
students aren't.
I'm just saying, if they're not there and it's like a Saturday, I mean, that's her.
I'm telling you, the nastiest teachers are the ones you least expected. They dress, they dresses look like moo-moos almost at school. It got stupid multicolored prints on them. They
probably got nothing on under them either.
Man.
So what you learn today? Not a goddamn
thing. But the flavors of that and the teachers who dress like a little bit more like, ooh, man, they wasn't no cracking them boats.
They're not about it.
But those were the ones that were trying to catch something. Like they were going somewhere after work to try to, But yeah, I think it's kind of whack. I think as long as they conceal it, obviously she didn't conceal it to the extent that she should have concealed it if it got found. But I want to hear what the case is against it.
It will be ongoing, because like I said, they said this is the second teacher in so like I said, Missouri. I like to get a little nasty.
Okay,
but
Missouri.
anyway, before we end it off, I gotta share this funny story. This happened a while back. We had some homecomings in the area, HBCU homecomings. You had Norfolk State, you had Hampton. They had theirs the same day, and at Norfolk State, and it went viral too. So of course you see a bunch of kids like bum rush the tailgate fence, and I mean they just like swarming like going crazy.
Norfolk State?
Yeah, and my brother was actually in attendance there, and he said, "Oh yeah, that happened." But that was the only thing that occurred. A brawl happened at the football game underneath the bleachers at Norfolk State between the Norfolk State marching band and the Morgan State football team.
Oh shit!
Not the band.
The band versus the
I
team?
will show y'all the video after
The band whooped that ass, didn't they?
Hey, I mean them two was it. I mean, it was
the band versus the football team.
If that don't scream out HBCU
how
homecoming,
did that beef even start?
That's wild.
They probably were just playing while they were practicing. I don't know. boom, boom, bro. We trying to strap. Boom, motherfucker, and just start.
That's
grabbing.
crazy. Didn't Morgan win that game?
Oh yeah, they did.
Hampton won theirs. Yo, the Hampton homecoming. I don't know who they saying like who was better or who wasn't. I saw Hamptons. It was insane. Free food trucks everywhere, music by the Oh my!
It's always hard to
goodness,
see because I've
yes.
only been to NSU's. I've never been to Hamptons. I've been to Howard's. I actually talked to my niece earlier today because it was her first Howard homecoming because she's a freshman this year, and she's like, I mean, it was all right.
Who was
all right.
NSU's big game? I mean, who's NSU's big name that came to perform for the show?
Well, Kodak was supposed to come, Mr. Champagne. How the hell he said champagne? I can't fucking remember.
You ruined that.
I'm
That did
sorry.
not
I'm sorry.
land.
I'm sorry.
Keep it moving. Keep
That
it.
So
did
he was
not
supposed to
land.
perform it, but he didn't. I forgot who came out to Norfolk State. I know Diddy, Offset, came to Howard's. It was Victoria Monet came out there to Howard, and it was somebody else. But,
You know who came to Howard, but you don't know who came out to the one that you were at.
oh, I wasn't there. My brother was.
Oh,
I usually am always
I
there.
know we on NSU station, but it sounded like Hampton won this year.
I mean, in a sense, yeah.
What was it? SVW, SWV.
This man's still got SVW.
What's SVW's name?
SWV, Sisters with Voices.
Sister with Voices.
Yes.
That's what it stands for.
SVW sounds like a freaking sexually transmitted disease.
I thought they what's it?
Missouri schools. I tell you, man. You see what
they seen the can't explain how my love it gets you weak. That's SVW.
That's SWV. SWV.
WV.
You know what I'm saying. Anyway, they performed.
Yeah.
And you can sit there and smoke your weed on the rocks and watch them and listen to them perform. It was great. The waves was crashing against. It was nice.
That's dope.
They're hands down, and they still sound fresh too. I mean, their voices sound awesome. Cher and I called the man something in the water. Cher was like, out of all the performances I saw,
that was one of my
she's
favorites.
like, it was my favorite. It was my favorite. Yep. She said the sound was. She really was sad she missed Jasmine Sullivan. We came a little late. She really wanted to see Jasmine Sullivan, but
I bet you NSU gonna step it up next year.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Competition now.
It gotta be.
It's probably on the same day. They never done two homecomings on the exact same week, and they've always done one was before
I know
the other.
It caused traffic crazy. It caused a lot of crazy.
Hotels were sold out and everything like that, man.
Yeah.
But look, fam, we about to head on out. Be sure to continue to support the podcast as well as our radio show every Sundays at 12 p.m. WNSB 91.1 FM, the Soul of VA. Hey, be sure to follow and subscribe to us, Miss Michelle Young, Ciroc Fox, Aaron Gavin, Cam Godley. And look out for the full package contest. So we
gotta give a real promo to the full package. All of us are involved.
That is true.
Hey everybody, I'm your host for the full package. I tell you what, we're looking for a doozy of a show. We got talent from all over the 757 and beyond. Tri-state area is paying attention to us, and there's a $1,500 prize to the number one winner. Hell, if you come in third place, you get a little buck or two in your pocket as well. I'm gonna be there. Anton's gonna be interviewing folks in the back. Cam is running a team of cameras. Innuendo. And Michelle is the engine, the steam, the gas, the fuel, the petrol, moving it all together. I only get this excited when I'm appreciated for my work. Yes. Trust me. If I would have been like that girl complaining, I wouldn't be here.
Hey!
All right. Okay.
No shot. Her name is
over.
You cut off the mic. You cut off the mic.
I love it.
Just needed to show that I'm a professional. That's all.
Shade thrown.
Shade. That rhymes with something, doesn't it?
This is the skill. This is the skill that you get.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I love the love. That's all
Goodbye.
I say. I love the love. We're about to have a good time tomorrow.